is it blank? There it is. That's cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, should we ask Jackie if she wants to? I don't have some number before. Oh wait, it is number. Sorry.
You want to join this Zoom call and just we'll test it?
Yeah.
You can.
What's the ID?
Let's see. It is 856-5734-9044. And password. Or part of what I did do here is deal with these displays. So I'm wondering how this was going to work. Password is 283086. What I'm going to do is may want to mute that.
I muted myself. It's picking up from.
Cool. Extend these displays. Key changes. Nice. Excuse me. I wonder if- Yeah, alright. So that works. And Zoom would be up there as well. I think. Assistance. Alright, do you, here, I'll take, or why don't you, yeah, why don't you go outside and I will, well, you're unmuted now, right?
No, I'm muted.
Okay. Well, yeah, why don't you go outside or somewhere, just see if we can, make sure we can hear it through the sound here.
Oh.
You there, Nadia? Not hearing you. No. Or you?
Nothing yet? I can hear your footsteps, and that's why I was speaking.
Oh, you were? Here. Now try it.
Nothing.
Okay. About, oh, I think we lost it. Okay, wow, are we there? Yep, we're there. All right, now try it.
Hello?
Yeah, okay.
Hello?
Nothing, you still can't do.
No, I got it. Hello? Oh, seriously. So the wheel of death.
Yeah, because my thing's not.
Oh. Yeah, because my thing is not.
So why can't I unmute myself like that? I still have the mute icon of me.
So try muting again. Now try going outside. I think that should work. Yeah. Yeah. You're trying. I know. You have to go outside. Yeah. I can hear. Can you hear me? All right. Try again. I can just barely though. What's that? Yeah. This thing is cranked in here.
Hello.
Yeah, got ya.
Is that better?
Yeah, here, keep talking.
Okay. This is finally happening tonight.
What?
This is finally happening tonight.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day out there too.
Yes. Should we have the heat on? It's kind of cold.
Yeah. It's 7:62. I don't know, that's a Dan question, I don't want to screw around with that. All right. Mr. Targeting, Mr. Targeting, you have 3 minutes to deliver your 89 questions. All right, let me just run through the scenes here. So you can see that. How does that slide look? Is it too small, like next to that?
No,
Okay.
like the camera for the podium, I think it looks fine. I think, the main thing will be for people to see the presentation.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's see. So that's the steering committee view, and there's the public,
Yeah,
and
that's good.
that would be what we display when we go to you guys on the remote platform. That would be a view into the room as people are listening to somebody speak.
Okay.
So that, how does, like if I'm over here, how does that, can you still?
I can still hear you, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. Maybe we will.
In the meantime, between, introduction and presentation, if people come on Zoom, can I speak with them and tell them the procedure, tell them that, right now it's going to be a presentation and then there's going to be, members of the public that are present at the Red Barn, and then after that, there's going to be a Zoom. But while I'm explaining this, will you be able to hear me? I wanted to Jackie's presentation.
Yeah, we will be able to hear you. So, you're gonna have to act like you're in the room, basically. And anything you say is gonna be coming through the speakers here.
Okay.
The one thing, you can chat to people, but what I would do, Dahlia, for that is we'll get on a group text, several of us, and you can text me and say, listen, I need to break in, we have new people joining. Because the other thing, Dahlia, we're extending this physical space into, the virtual, and so everybody does need to know that what's going on. So okay, we had 3 people join, okay. Basically what I would do is if you can chat to them and say, listen, you'll be, we see, thank you for participating. We'll give you instructions here shortly. And then what I would do is either text me or I think text, or when there's a break in the action in here, right? So when somebody from the public, say we get started, you run through your thing about how this is going to work for the remote people,
And that's another thing, we need to probably put a little bit of time into a script or something we should read at the beginning. So, and whether that's you saying, here are what the remote rules are, or whether it's us in here, I think it might make more sense for you to basically, like, we'll lay out the ground rules, and when we talk about the remote portion, either myself or Jackie will turn it over to you, and you'll basically go through it. You'll be muted. I'm going to keep an order in which you joined. We're going to unmute you in turn. You'll have the opportunity to speak. Limited to whatever we say, 3 or 5 minutes. Etc. So we should, before we leave here, we should run through what you're so we're on the same page, right? But
yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, I can put a script in Word.
And we,
so I have it right on my screen.
yeah, and we have stuff from the planning board that we could, basically cut and paste from. What your question was about, like, if we have people join, and the thing is, we're going to have people join, and I think what you're going to want to do is wait until there's a break in the action, and basically say, excuse me, Jackie or John or Adam or whoever might be kind of emceeing. We've had another 2 people join. Do you mind if I take a minute to welcome them and read through the ground rules again or something like that? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to act like that could be disruptive. So, like, what I would do is, if, like, the other thing too, Dahlia, is like, maybe what we'll do is, when we flip over to you in the remote portion, what we should do is basically restate the ground rules. So we'll state it up front at the beginning, and then just before we move to the remote portion and people are doing their thing there, I think in the interim, say we have like say we have 2 groups of people join, right? Like, we go 15 minutes, Jackie gets through her talk, and like 2 people join late, 5 or 10 minutes late. Basically, you could interrupt and say, when the opportunity's right, excuse me, Jackie, I just want everybody to know that we had another 2 people join remotely, and then you could say, welcome so-and-so, we will be turning to the remote portion after the in-person portion. The public has spoken, whatever, something like that. And then that way we're not going through the rules 5,000 times,
Okay.
The other thing is you're going to have to do is, we're going to have remote committee members as well. So I think that we should just treat them as members of the public and not give them host privileges or anything like that, and just keep them on mute. And then maybe what we do is Dahlia, maybe we keep them unmuted during the
discussion portion?
Yeah, but it's not really even questions, and that's another thing that we're going to have to keep, keep
No, it will be more so when Jackie's presented, I think.
Oh, yeah, so if the committee really should not have maybe a clarification question or 2, but it's really so, and this was something that Jack and I talked about this morning, is it's really about hearing the public, right? So, and that's where, we're gonna have to manage this carefully and, you know, like, if we get into a back and forth with somebody like Turpinning, that's gonna, this isn't the time and place for that. It's for them to, address the committee and then we'll move on, you know? So just keep that, I guess keep that in mind as you step through this.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm gonna go back inside and come to the 40%.
oh, okay, all right. So, yeah, so when Jackie gets here, so Jack is gonna say at the very beginning, he's gonna say a few things quickly. And then I think we're gonna need to figure out, well, you're not gonna be here. We're gonna need to figure out, exactly how we wanna manage this, because there's gonna be, we have to do a little business, like we have to introduce the members, we have to like, Jack is gonna talk about it being a public hearing and all of that. And then we're gonna have to elect the chair, you know, so.
Yeah.
And sort of call the hearing to order. And then I guess, just be prepared to walk through, for everybody's benefit, for people in here as well as people remotely, you know, what the ground rules are. What else are we missing here?
Try to remind you to bring the hard copy for the draft.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, and we need the forms and crap from COVID.
Is Bill coming tonight? Bill's coming tonight, right? I think that's one thing that Allison said. Bill's confirmed, and then I think Ellen Pamber, she confirmed this stenographer in follow-up email.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're all set on that, so we need the,
Is he gonna be outside or inside though?
I don't know, I'm thinking he'll want to be outside, it's not a bad night. I just need to remind myself, we need the screening materials, thermometer. I think there are masks in here.
I know there's alcohol, but I don't know about masks. Do we need any hard copies, like copies of anything that we need to do?
I think Jackie will probably have that stuff, sign sheets and all that.
Should I make like little labels for the members?
I think Jackie will have that. That's another thing.
Just put it at the table?
Yeah, she's brought that before.
Oh, okay, okay.
Another thing is the, like when you, like I would rename people if they show up and they're not named, call them like, I don't know, guest number one. Or
I'll chat them and ask them, and if they don't reply, I say, I'll give you an hour to them, and, relay with them, public one, public two.
Yeah, or you could just say, you know, attendee, yeah, whatever you want to do. The other thing, chat. So if, like, you could say to people that they can chat stuff. Right? The downside with that is going to be, and this is something I probably need to just talk to Jackie about. Yeah, like if David Turpin like copies, pastes a treatise in the chat box, like you're not going to sit there and read that, you know, like that's just ridiculous. So.
So
Like if there's a long,
do you want to leave that just
listen,
the guests? Well, yeah, I'm trying to like how to put it together. Just like the guests talk to you or to like the host and co-host? Is there an option for that?
yeah. So absolutely. So you should, when you set this up, don't forget, because it'll be extremely, this security shield. So
Well, that's one thing. I don't know as a co-host if I have.
Allow participants to chat, and that's, you'll have those same abilities. So,
To chat, but who is it really directed to?
right, so they should only be able to chat to the host.
Should be the co-host as well. 'Cause
Yeah.
We're including a host too, right?
Yeah, I think,
Or is there only one host?
no, I think there's, let's see. The way this, I think my default settings are, let's see. I'm pretty sure that it's chatting only between the host. Yeah, see in the chat box, you see this? Participants can chat with the host only. So there's those two layers of settings. You have to allow them to chat, which is fine. But then once you go into the box, the chat box, there's that little ellipses thing, and then host only. And that way we don't have, that's gotta be so that those people, can't just chat, dribble at everybody, and that you manage that it goes through you. And what I would do is, I think we'll leave it at this unless like Jackie or somebody wants to decide differently. If it's like 2 or 3 paragraphs worth of stuff, like I would go ahead and just read it and say, maybe what to do is in your own order, make that list of everybody that enters, and then some of those people are going to sit there and chat at you like Turpin. When it's time for the remote portion, we'll unmute and go to each person in turn, and those people, and then we'll give them priority, and then the people that just want to chat stuff, you can read that at the end. So there's a hierarchy, like people in here, people who are willing to show themselves and like speak, and then people that just want to chat at the meeting. And then, you can let everybody know too that the thing saves a copy of the chat, and those chats will be made part of the record. And we also will have a stenographer here. And so those, just, make sure that when you, and I'll double check this too, but make sure that,
The waiting room is enabled, which it should be by default. People can't share their screen, they can't rename themselves, and they can't unmute themselves. And, you know, if there's, like, we're all gonna have to be quick. If there's some Yahoo that wants to put up a swastika or some bullshit, you know, we gotta, you know, get rid of them as quickly as possible, you know. So just have that, keep that, you know, in mind to, and I think the way to do that is in the participants box, you know, just have that, you know, I think you right click and just remove them. Or it might even, you might be able, there might be a button when you, next to them, when you open up the participant, you just say remove, you know.
That's good. Do you need anything else?
I don't know, what, how many we got here? Two, we got 3, 8, 11 total. We could probably fit another 1 or 2.
Yeah, last time we had 3 rows, so that's fine.
All right.
Would you be okay if I ask Megan how much it is to have a PDF license
So,
for my computer?
at work,
Yeah,
yeah.
because I have to keep asking Alice and like, hey, can you combine these files for me?
Yeah, I think so, because I think we will have extra money in the budget, so. Yeah. Yeah, because it doesn't work in a remote environment.
Oh, do you think if I had it in my computer, it would work in the remote?
Well, like what you could do is.
Because that computer has.
Yeah, right, and so, like, if it were in a remote environment, you could just, if you needed to do something with the PDF at work, in the office, you could, just remote it into that environment and deal with it, and then, but that's kind of a pain. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'll ask her.
Yeah, I didn't realize that
No, that's okay.
you didn't have that. It's painful if, that program is just,
It's so helpful.
it's, yeah, but it's,
And the only way that kind of like put text into PDF, so that I figured out like if I put like a signature, you know, like to put my signature in there, it also gives you the option for text, which was cool. And I was like, oh, I don't have to throw it anyway.
what do you mean?
If you click on the, well, because you have the full version, but I don't like, some options give you, you know, ask you for a license and some don't.
Right,
So the signature option doesn't need a license,
right.
so at the same
You
time,
can fill and sign, right?
no, not that. There's another option for just like text and then X's, like I did for the presentation for the GIS committee.
Yeah.
Did you see that I had the X and I had
Right.
the numbers? That's how I was able to.
Okay.
Yeah, but with the other option, I'm able to turn whatever scanned or PDF and I can make it fillable, you know?
Right.
So that's different, but, all right, I'll ask her.
So are you're gonna, relative to that, you're gonna give GPI a call or send them an email or something?
I think I'll call him,
Call Chris?
yeah.
Okay.
We asked her. So,
All right, and so what I think, so what I would do, I mean, you're gonna call him to set up a meeting, right?
yeah.
So that the three of us can walk through that, okay.
Okay.
All right. All
It should
right.
be this week though. Next week is the pre-board.
Yeah, we need ideally tomorrow. And the pre-board is Tuesday, so it's early, yeah.
Okay, I will tell.
All right, see you in a bit.